the ghost of Ryan's dormitory. In the bustling city of Colombo, where the cacophony of traffic mingled with the hum of daily life, stood Ridgewood Academy, a prestigious private school known for its strict rules and lavish campus. Among its many students was Ryan Pereira, a bright and cheerful boy with dreams of becoming a pilot. Ryan lived with his loving mother and father in a cozy home until tragedy struck. Ryan's mother died in a car accident, leaving him and his father, Mr. Pereira, heartbroken. But life dealt another blow when, just months later, Ryan's father remarried a woman named Sheila. At first, Sheila pretended to be kind, but once the wedding was over, her true nature emerged. She was cold, manipulative, and dismissive of Ryan. "Why is he still here?" Sheila complained one evening, her voice sharp as glass. "He should be at boarding school with kids his age. It's not healthy for him to be around us all the time." Reluctantly, Mr. Pereira sent Ryan to live in the dormitory at Ridgewood Academy. Ryan missed his home terribly but tried to adjust, visiting only during long holidays. One evening, while Ryan was away at school, tragedy struck again. Mr. Pereira suffered a fatal heart attack. Sheila, who had secretly been waiting for an opportunity, seized control of his property. When Ryan came home during the next holiday, she coldly informed him, "Your father had some business to attend to overseas. He won't be back for a while. You'll have to stay at school for the holidays." Ryan's young heart was filled with sorrow, but he accepted the explanation. Months passed, and the school term ended. One by one, students left the dormitory as their parents arrived to pick them up. Ryan eagerly waited, his backpack slung over his shoulder. "Ryan, why hasn't your father come yet?" asked his best friend, Kevin. "He's just late." "He always comes," Ryan said with a hopeful smile, though doubt flickered in his eyes. As the day turned into evening, Ryan's hope began to wane. The hostel caretaker, Mr. Silva, approached him. "Boy, why are you still here? It's late." "My father will come. He always does," Ryan replied. Mr. Silva sighed but didn't press further. Hours later, after checking every room, Mr. Silva locked the dormitory and left for the weekend, unaware that Ryan had gone to the restroom moments earlier. When Ryan returned, he found the gates locked and the school deserted. Panic set in. He screamed, banged on the doors, and shouted for help, but no one came. Alone, scared, and heartbroken, Ryan succumbed to despair. Weeks later, as the janitor, Mr. John, was cleaning the dormitory, he was struck by a foul stench. Following the smell, he discovered Ryan's decomposed body in the corner of a storage room. Afraid of the consequences, he buried the body in the backyard of the school, keeping his discovery a secret. When the new term started, strange occurrences plagued the dormitory. Lights flickered, doors slammed shut on their own, and students reported hearing faint sobbing at night. Some claimed to see a shadowy figure wandering the halls. One night, Kevin woke to find his blanket being pulled off. He sat up, heart pounding. "Who's there?" he whispered. The room grew icy cold, and a faint voice echoed. "Why did you leave me?" Terrified, Kevin bolted from the room and told the teachers what he had experienced. The incidents escalated, prompting the school administration to call the police. Investigators searched the dormitory and soon unearthed Ryan's remains in the backyard. The news shocked everyone. Detective Ranatunga, leading the case, addressed the students. "We believe this boy was trapped and died here. If anyone knows more, now is the time to speak." Despite the discovery of Ryan's body, the hauntings didn't stop. Sheila, who had been living comfortably off Ryan's father's wealth, began experiencing nightmares. In her dreams, Ryan stood at the foot of her bed, his eyes filled with tears. "Why did you take everything from me?" he whispered. Unable to bear the guilt, Sheila confessed her role in Ryan's abandonment. The police arrested her for fraud and child neglect. The school held a memorial for Ryan, and a priest was brought to perform rites to put his spirit to rest. As the final prayers echoed through the dormitory, students and staff felt a sense of peace. The flickering lights stilled, and the shadowy figure disappeared. Kevin, standing by Ryan's grave, whispered, "I'm sorry, Ryan. We should have looked for you." From then on, Ridgewood Academy was free from hauntings. But the story of Ryan's tragedy lingered as a somber reminder of the consequences of neglect and cruelty.